Welcome back to Flying Dutchman Cards and our 1989 Topps Retrospective. Today we're going to be looking at the Turn Back the Clock subset. This is a running set that Topps had for a bunch of years, and so we'll look at the 1989 version. And so my brother Doug will be joining us to break it all down and look at these cards that have cards inside of the cards. So what card is the card? We'll tell you all right now. All right, Turn Back the Clock. So this is a subset of 5 cards. Yeah, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, bro, about these ones?
This is kind of an interesting concept. I mean, it seems like now Topps has a whole line of kind of throwback cards. It's the archival and what other ones do you have?
Archives and heritage, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But I think at the time, I mean, I don't think anyone else was really doing this type of subset as, you know, other designs and stuff. Topps definitely was kind of the granddaddy at that time, so they could probably flex their muscles of like, look how long we've been around.
Right.
Here's a throwback cards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting. I think, you know, Dwight Gooden's a little interesting because, you know, in 1984, he's kind of like the up and coming star. In 1989, he's kind of had struggles as far as like substance abuse and that type of thing.
Yeah.
So it's back to the clock to a better time of when Dwight Gooden wasn't tarnished. But
yeah.
As far as the design, I mean, I think it's pretty simple. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get what they're going for, where, you know, it's small. I don't think as a kid I was like really intrigued by them. I was kind of like, oh, here's an old timey player, or, you know, an old card, but it does seem a little detached from the rest of the set. Is, you know what I mean? Like, these cards it doesn't match the design. It doesn't really fit cohesively.
Right.
And there's only 5, and I don't know if there's anything. It's not like there's a theme I can tell, you know.
Right. So the one thing I did notice,
I mean, they're not even all Mets. There's like 2 Mets and
right. Yeah. So the interesting part. So if I go back here, so this on the back of the cards, like, so this is 84. So this is 5 years before, and then this is 79, which is 10 years, 15 years, 20. And then 25. So I was like, oh, like never would have got that as a kid, right? Like I was not.
That's why you're the brains of this operation.
I know. Yeah. So I was like, oh, that makes more sense. So it's like they're going, you know, like 5 years at a time to see kind of the difference. But
it would have been cool if they would have done like the most popular card from that year. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if the Tony Olivia 1964 card is the one everybody's like, yeah, let me get my hands on that one, you know.
Right. Yeah.
But
yeah,
it is what it is.
And it's funny, like on this one, it's like Gil Hodges as a manager card, right? but part of this is because this is when they won, you know, this is the Amazing Mets, and they won the World Series in 1969, you know, and he was an iconic manager. But it's kind of weird. It's like there's a manager card, you know. So be interesting to look at. We're not looking at the backs right now, but the stories on them, that maybe those time in a little bit more together. Right.
But I think I guess overall my feelings would be it's kind of a cool concept. It'd be nice if there was maybe a little bit, the design a little bit more kind of tied together, like even just taking one of those corners and kind of rounding it off so it kind of matches the other cards, can help a little bit. But I'm not like offended by it.
yeah. Well, and the other thing that is interesting too is that they had, because they ran this subset for multiple years. So one of the things that is consistent is the turn back the clock at the top. Because like this T, like I've, you know, like this is like the thing that like I don't really remember the card. I kind of remember the card being offset and maybe the blue, but like this T, that's what like sticks out in my head about these cards. Like that's what's like my eyes drawn to is like oh, it's one of those cards, you know. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but and so that's you know they kind of you know whenever they started doing this, they you know started
Kept
with the
that
design,
design.
you
Yeah.
know, and then they're like okay, so but yeah, and then the other thing too, there's like a variation on this one. This one doesn't really show up, but there's like a red line on Lou Brock's uh, jersey and some of the cards, and so it's
Is that
interesting.
an air card or
Well,
are these ones? I would think these ones wouldn't be, obviously not, they're not as valuable as the originals.
right, yeah,
I'm also, I don't know if people, collecting Lou Brock would be like, oh, I got to get the 1989 Turn Back the Clock
yeah,
of
yeah,
this other card,
yeah, 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 yeah. A card of a card.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and it looks like he needs a new batting helmet. It's got some.
yeah. Right. It's like
Is it
what?
is it all smushed?
I don't. Yeah, that's weird. I never really noticed that.
The
That's funny.
sticker's all messed up.
Yeah. Well, this highlights Topps awesome photography. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
batting practice. Great. Well, that wraps up Turning Back the Clock. So post a comment of what your favorite card from that subset was. Was it Gil Hodges? Was it Lou Brock? Let us know what you think. And on our next episode of Flying Dutchman Cards, we're going to be looking at the youth movement of 1989 Topps, starting with the Gold Cup cards. So stay tuned for that. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.